America just sparked the biggest technological arms race since the space age, and this time the prize isn't reaching the moon. It's building the infrastructure that will power every single aspect of human civilization for the next century. We're talking about artificial intelligence, and the battle to dominate it is happening right now on American soil. Here's what most people don't realize. While everyone's been playing with ChatGPT and making AI art, something far more significant has been unfolding. Across the United States, massive AI factories are rising from the ground. These aren't your typical data centers. These are computational powerhouses. Unlike anything we've ever built, designed specifically to train the most advanced artificial intelligence models humanity has ever created. And at the heart of this revolution sits a single American company that's become more valuable than most countries' entire economies. NVIDIA. They didn't just get lucky. They saw this coming decades ago and built the tools that make modern AI possible. Their GPUs, originally designed to make video games look pretty, turned out to be the perfect architecture for training neural networks. Now every tech giant, every startup, every nation trying to compete in AI needs their hardware. It's like owning the only oil wells during the Industrial Revolution. But here's where it gets really interesting. This isn't just about one company getting rich. This is about America positioning itself as the infrastructure layer for the entire AI age. Think about it. The transistor was invented at Bell Labs in New Jersey. The microprocessor came from Intel in Silicon Valley. The Internet was born from ARPA research funded by the US government. Every major computing revolution of the past 70 years started here. And now we're doing it again. The numbers are staggering. Companies are pouring hundreds of billions of dollars into building AI infrastructure on American soil. Microsoft is constructing AI supercomputers that consume more power than small cities. Meta is building clusters with enough computing power to simulate entire virtual worlds. Google's TPU farms are processing more calculations per second than every computer on Earth could perform just 20 years ago combined. This is an infrastructure build-out on a scale we haven't seen since the interstate highway system. And it's not just the tech giants. American startups are pushing the boundaries of what's possible. OpenAI went from a research lab to reshaping how 1 billion people work in less than 5 years. Anthropic is building AI systems that can reason through problems in ways that feel genuinely intelligent. Scale AI is creating the datasets that train these models, essentially teaching machines to understand the world. Every week there's a new breakthrough. A new capability that was science fiction just months ago. But why does this matter? Why should you care about AI factories and GPU clusters and training runs? Because this technology is going to touch absolutely everything. We're already seeing AI diagnose diseases doctors miss. Design drugs that would take humans decades to discover. Predict protein structures that unlock new treatments for conditions we couldn't cure before. Engineers are using AI to design more efficient solar panels, stronger materials, better batteries. The productivity gains are just beginning. Here's the thing though, this race isn't just about innovation. It's about power. Whoever builds the best AI infrastructure controls the tools that every other industry will depend on. It's like controlling electricity in the early 1900s or oil in the mid-1900s. Except AI is even more fundamental because it can be applied to literally every field of human endeavor. Manufacturing, medicine, finance, education, defense, entertainment. Everything runs better with AI. Everything. And other nations understand this. China is investing hundreds of billions in their own AI infrastructure. They're building their own chip manufacturing, their own models, their own ecosystem. Europe is trying to regulate their way to relevance. But America has a massive head start. The best researchers still want to work here. The best companies are still founded here. The deepest pools of capital are still here. The most advanced chips are still designed here. And crucially, the culture of innovation, of taking big swings and moving fast, that's still strongest here. This is playing out in real time at universities across America. Students and professors are getting access to computing resources that let them train models that would have cost millions. Just years ago, breakthroughs are happening in dorm rooms and research labs from MIT to Stanford to Carnegie Mellon. The next generation of AI researchers is being trained right now on American infrastructure, learning to push these systems further than anyone thought possible. The implications are profound. We're not just talking about better chatbots or smarter algorithms. We're talking about AI that can help us solve climate change by designing better carbon capture systems. AI that can accelerate scientific discovery by finding patterns in data humans never would have spotted. AI that can personalize education so every kid gets exactly the instruction they need. AI that can make our roads safer, our grid more efficient, our supply chains more resilient. This is infrastructure for abundance. And yes, there are risks. There are serious questions about safety, about job displacement, about concentration of power, about bias in these systems. But here's the reality: this technology is being built whether we like it or not. The question is who builds it and how they build it. Would you rather it be built in democracies with transparency and accountability, or in authoritarian states with different values? Would you rather it be built by companies that at least face public scrutiny, or by governments with no oversight? These aren't hypotheticals. These are the choices being made right now. America has always risen to meet its defining moments. When the Soviets launched Sputnik, we didn't just match them. We went to the moon. When the internet was a research project, we didn't keep it locked down. We opened it up and let it transform the world. When personal computing emerged, we didn't try to control it. We unleashed it and watched 1,000 flowers bloom. We're good at this. We're good at taking transformative technologies and turning them into engines of progress. This is our next Apollo moment. Not because some president declared it, but because the opportunity is so massive and the stakes are so high that we can't afford not to lead. The AI infrastructure being built today will power the breakthroughs of tomorrow. It will enable discoveries we can't even imagine yet. It will create industries that don't exist. It will solve problems we've struggled with for generations. So here's where we are. American companies are building the biggest AI training facilities ever constructed. American researchers are pushing the boundaries of what these systems can do. American capital is flowing into thousands of startups trying to find the next breakthrough. American engineers are designing the chips that make it all possible. And American infrastructure, from power grids to fiber networks, is being upgraded to handle the massive computational demands of the AI age. This isn't a history lesson. This is happening right now. The factories are being built. The models are being trained. The breakthroughs are accelerating. And the nation that leads in AI infrastructure will shape the 21st century the same way America shaped the 20th. This is our moment. This is our leap. And just like every great technological revolution before it, it starts here. In America, where the future has always been invented. The question isn't whether the AI age is coming. It's already here. The question is whether we'll lead it. And if history is any guide, we will. Thank you for watching. Hit the subscribe button and see you in next one.